And in the end, that's what it's all about. But where we are with our program, we still want to see weekly improvement, and we got that today. There's a lot of good things we did. You know, defensively, I thought, you know, it's a high-powered offense coming in. Thought the guys, for the most part, played well, disciplined in our gaps. You know, tackled pretty good for the most part. But you know, when you take the ball away only one time, you can't be pleased with that. Early part of the game, when you stop them and you get a penalty in the special teams to keep the drive going, that kind of gave them momentum that we never really were able to regain. Offensively, did a few things, but again, outstanding defense we were going against. Couldn't establish the run. And again, we had our moments with the passing game, but not enough consistency to win. A couple of injuries. Mike Duty, of course, was not able to finish. Kind of see how, you know, exactly where he is. But again, overall, not good enough, but some things to build upon. Take your question.
Lovie, that special teams penalty, what went on the sideline there?
We had too many guys on the field, so I mean, kind of simple as that.
You
have too many guys out there, it's not a good thing, you know, so bad on our part.
You tried to call timeout, is that right? We tried to call timeout when you
tried to, yes, and get not in time.
Would you make of what Cam got today, and obviously made a couple big mistakes, but what do you make of his progress today?
You know, he's a young player that's getting better. Major mistakes though, still. Still had to protect the football, and there were a couple of opportunities we had to do some things, and those interceptions really hurt us. But you know, again, he did some good things running the football, and had a couple of good passes. You know, great sideline throw to, I think it was Malik there early on. So he did some good things.
Do you envision this getting a bigger role, or do some of these
kind of see how it goes a little bit? He had a bigger role this week. Last week he got a few plays, more this week. We'll see how it goes this time.
Lovie, you talked about only one takeaway this week, but talk about Bennett Williams and how he continues to improve and impress on defense.
He's a good football player. He can he's smart. He can tackle, play in the box or back deep, you know, as a free safety. And seems he's had a knack for intercepting the ball from training camp on. So not a surprise that we expect him to make plays like that.
You and Del'Shawn Phillips back. How do you play today?
I thought getting Del'Shawn Phillips back and Dele Harding also helped us. You know, some guys that played a little bit more football than some of the guys that played last week. But I thought overall they were good. We settled down a little bit. In the second quarter, we had a couple breakouts, but I thought we settled down there late.
Coach, you had a fourth, and I think it was 4th and 6, and you elected to kick a field goal, a 48-yard field goal that came up short. What kind of went into that decision-making process?
We kind of have a yard distance that Chase feels comfortable kicking it any direction we're going. He and we felt comfortable with that. Just missed it.
What do you think was maybe the biggest difference run defense-wise today compared to maybe the last 2 weeks?
I don't know. I just know the guys are getting better in practice, getting reps. Last week, of course, getting some of the guys that have played a little bit more football. You know, we talked about Dele and Del'Shawn. That had to help. But I think the guys are just ready to play as much as anything. You continue to practice, you should get better on some things. And some of the plays, the big breakouts that we've given up in the past shouldn't be happening in our defense. So hopefully we'll get a little bit closer to correcting some of those things.
Stanley Green pretty good today, Lovie, in pursuit?
I think overall, just from, you know, watching it, what you can see from the sideline, I can't think of anybody who's really just disappointed in it right now. And when you keep them to minimum gains, you have to say that the free safety had a lot to do with that, because there were a couple of gaps that we missed. So I thought he played pretty good.
Besides Mikey, anybody else hurt?
No.
Did Jackson go out early?
Jackson, yes, with a head injury. Kenyon Jackson did. And, was not able to play anymore. I think those were the only two that couldn't finish.
You had another targeting call, which I know.
Yeah, we got another guy that had the target call, yeah. Like to see that a little bit. James Knight hadn't played an awful lot, but again, I didn't see it, so they called it, so yes, we did. We got another targeting call.
What were you impressed with from the Wisconsin side of things today?
From Wisconsin side, I mean, we got a number 5 team coming in. They protect the football, number 1. Defensively, you know, they were one of the top scoring defenses, rushing defense, total defensive teams coming in. They played that way. Thought Wisconsin was as good as advertised. I think we played a little bit better than we played in the past.
With them being like leaders in the nation in all those categories, and for you guys to match them as far as box score is concerned, is that something that you can take away from this game?
We try to be realistic about however we play. And there were some good things we did. Those numbers that's exactly what it was. But again, we're realistic with the loss too. And we felt like we had a chance, you know, today. And take some plays away, we could have, you know, been more competition for them today.
Kendrick Foster didn't get 11 playing time throughout the season, but then comes out today and has a pretty solid game. What did you see from him?
So I making some plays. Eventually, if you're a good football player, you deserve time. It always works out where you get time. When you get your opportunity, you need to step up to the plate. He did step up to the plate today.
Talk about taking steps forward. What's your step forward for next week building off today?
Well, we're making progress, but we need that progress to end up being a win. That's the next step for us. With six games we've lost in a row, too many. Got to find a way to win a football game, starting with winning the turnover ratio. Simple as that.
The first 2 turnovers for you came, then the next play after a quarterback switch. Was that just a coincidence, or?
Yes, coincidence. Unless you have something else is that a question or?
I was just wondering.
Yes, or I have no idea why we did, but yes, you're right. That happened, as you knew before. Yeah. Thank you.